Welcome to a new video. My name is Pax, paxperry.com. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well, and it's a great day, and it's sunny out now, for now. So that's good. How to create beautiful looking OnlyFans content, or porn, pretty much the same thing. I think there's a lot that goes into this, and while the majority of people are focusing on the quantity of content, I think it's a good thing to focus on the quality of the content. And that can obviously, build your rapport in the industry. That can get you a good reputation. And I think a good reputation means a lot. And it's the more time that you put into your content and creating it, I think from what I can see right now, I like the fact that some people, such as Johnny Sins, and there's many other creators that do put a lot of time into creating their content, including myself, and I just like to see beautiful looking porn and beautiful looking content, because what's out there right now, especially on free sites like the tube sites, Pornhub and so on, there's just a lot of stuff that, in my opinion, doesn't really look that great, and it could have been done better, in my opinion. So if you want to learn how to create beautiful looking images and videos, stay tuned, because this is going to be the video for you. I'm going to name this part 1, and I'm planning on doing multiple parts to this video. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you like the video, comment your ideas and so on, and yeah, I hope you find this information useful. So the first thing you're going to need is a camera. Now, I know that's super expensive. It's worth it. To me, it's worth it, and I like filming on things with using the proper equipment. That's a huge thing. It does cost a ton of money, and it can be a huge learning curve as well, but I don't know, it's just so fulfilling to me personally. I like spending a lot of time on my videos and making them look really fucking good, because it just, I don't know, it just gives me a good feeling, and a good feeling that other people are enjoying it much better, and hopefully I can teach you how to do that as best as I can. So you're going to need a camera, right? There's so many cameras out there. You can do your research. Either Canon or Sony is what I would recommend. I personally shoot on a Sony a7 III, and that camera costs just over $2,000, depending on where you're buying it from and if it's on sale. Definitely get things on sale if you can. Sales are good, because everyone likes a sale. Just like my OnlyFans, it's on sale right now. So if you want to see what I shoot, go ahead and check that out if you want. So there's your camera, right? So that's going to produce the images, that's going to produce the videos. Second is get yourself a good tripod. Don't buy a cheap tripod. If you buy an expensive camera, you're going to want to buy a tripod that costs at least $100. Don't buy a cheap tripod. I've used them, and I ended up wasting my money, and they're not worth it. You'll thank me later on that. So the reason why I say use a camera versus your phone is because everyone else is using their phone, and I don't like to do what everyone else does. You want to stand out. You want to become different than everyone else. Don't copy other people's ideas. Well, you can if you want, but I would not recommend that. Definitely you want to be original, and of course this all takes time. It takes time, but it's extremely rewarding, and I really really fucking enjoy spending like multiple days or even a week on a project and it just turning out great. It feels good making good content. The second is a good microphone. The microphone that's in your camera is usually not the best. There is so many microphones out there that do so many different things. A good shotgun microphone is what I would recommend. Rode being on the cheaper side. If you get the Rode Go mic, it's about $100. Although I am upgrading to the Rode NTG at some point. Definitely space these purchases out over time because it can get expensive. Everything that I use for my videos, I've spent about 4 years to collect all that stuff. That's a long time, but good things take time. So don't rush things. Definitely, you want to get experience, but don't rush things. I noticed with a lot of creators that I've personally worked with, sometimes they will just film on their phone. They'll get this great idea, right? And they'll film this like threesome or whatever it is, and it's on a phone and it's overexposed and it just doesn't. I just don't like it. It doesn't look good, and it's not really fulfilling, in my opinion. So, your camera, your tripod, your microphone. The second, you might need a external monitor for your camera because the screen that comes on the camera is usually not the best. Now there's some cheaper options such as the Feel World external monitors, and those work great. You can buy the Ninja Atmos or the Ninja 5, whatever it's called. That's like top tier. That's what studios use, and yeah, if you can afford that, go for it. The second most important thing besides the camera is going to be your lens choice. Typically, I would stay away from the super wide lenses, like anywhere from 10 to 13-ish millimeters. Those are a little bit too wide and it's going to make you look super fish-eyed when you get close to the camera. The lowest I would go is probably a 14 millimeter, but a 16 is even better. Just keep it simple. There's a wide variety of lenses that you can use, but the lens that I use is two of them. I would get a prime lens first and then get a zoom lens. A zoom lens is anywhere from 24 to 105 millimeters. That's the one I use. It's around $1,000 if you can get it used, but I would opt for something that's a lower aperture. The Sony 24 to 105 is only an f4. If you're shooting indoors, which most people are, I would choose something at least a 2.8 aperture, and that's going to give you the best low light performance. Trust me, I've tried it in every situation, and I think the lower apertures are going to just be much better for you, unless you want to have a shit ton of lights. Speaking of lights, another super important part of this formula, and the third most important thing to shooting gorgeous looking porn, is having a good light. I would recommend you buy a key light at first. A key light like this one, they cost anywhere from $150 to thousands of dollars. I would get something that's around $250. That price range, you're going to have something more like the Godox or the Aperture, some of the lower, smaller aperture lights, a dome light preferably with grid on it. That's going to just look super soft and make your skin look super juicy. So yeah, get a good light. The last part is clean your home. Have a nice clean house where you're shooting in. Don't have a bunch of junk everywhere. That never looks good. And making sure that your lighting is set up, having the cameras in multiple angles always looks good. Keep it interesting. And lastly, if you can afford it, I would recommend a gimbal like the Ronin RS series, the Ronin RS3 or the RS Mini that just came out. That one is a fantastic gimbal, and it will handle most full frame cameras. Just don't put a 70 to 200 lens on it because that's too heavy. Most lenses will fit on it though with most full frame cameras. But yeah, that's my main tips for this first part of this video. Part 2 is coming to filming gorgeous looking porn and OnlyFans content. I hope you find this video useful, and I hope you have a fantastic day.